What is up, everybody? I'm just turning my bitrate down because I see we are lagging already. And that's what happens if you have bad internet in South Africa. Just give me a second to fix my bitrate. Okay, I'm still lagging, unfortunately. How bad is it? That's the real question. In any case, welcome to day 7 of vibe coding on a Steam Deck until we make $1 million. But first I need to fix my bitrate, make sure I don't lag. Seems kind of stable right now, which is good. Bad is it? That's the real question. Yeah, in that case, let's jump right in. So today might be a bit of a short stream, just maybe an hour or two, maybe 3 hours max. So let's start. So I was supposed to make a trailer for Delphi Turtle for day 7. I'm gonna move that to day 8 again, just because I haven't had time yet, and I can't make a trailer while on stream. Otherwise, it'll use too much CPU. So I can't do that while streaming. So I'll move that to day 8 then. I think I must still be lagging actually. I don't know. If anyone is joining the stream, just let me know if I'm lagging or not. But for now, I'm going to continue. Okay, so day 8 or day 7. Today we are mainly going to be working on the QR code generator and improve that one. There's still lots to do on the QR code generator. So we're just going to basically write here, improve the QR code generator, to be honest. Nothing too specific. Okay, then let's just jump right in. Let's not waste time. We go to the QR code generator. We have done quite a bit on it already, to be honest. But we have not done a lot of work to make it work well on mobile. Thank you for joining, Panda. I'm glad it's not lagging then. Thank you for letting me know as well. If it's not lagging, then I'm gonna put the bitrate a bit higher to improve the quality. Would you mind telling me if it's lagging if I put it higher? So I've just put the bitrate higher. Can you tell me if I'm lagging? It might take a few seconds to take effect on the new bitrate, but just let me know if it's still lagging or not. And welcome to the chat and stream, Panda. You are the first person today to join. Are you also a vibe coder? Have you built any cool projects? Checking if I'm lagging. I'm going to put the bitrate slightly lower, just a tiny bit. It's quite cold here in South Africa. Like every day, it's winter here. My hands are freezing and my nose also feels quite cold. Okay, so today's plan is we're going to be improving it on mobile. Your cam lags a bit, but your voice and the stream is fine. Okay, that's good. I'm okay with my cam lagging a tiny bit, if that is the case. Let me open it up on my phone and just see how it is for myself. No, sir, I just enjoy watching people code. Okay, that's quite interesting. So, do you have like zero coding background or what? Or do you also code yourself? With my cam. Okay, yeah, I can see on the stream that it is a bit laggy. So let me maybe then turn the bitrate lower again. I don't want it to lag, to be honest. I can stop that from happening. Okay. If the screen sharing is lagging, just tell me. But today we are going to be improving the application on mobile devices, as well as add a new theme and language and whatever else comes to mind. So the first thing is someone in the chat yesterday said he is quite interested in the QR code generator, but he speaks Hebrew. So we're going to be doing a few things here. Do the following. I'm going to type here. Those watching on YouTube Shorts will not see what I'm typing right now. But basically, I'm busy prompting here. So I'm going to say do the following. Add Hebrew language support. Panda says, yeah, I have no idea what you're doing. I just find it relaxing to watch, lol. Not weird at all. So what do you do for a job then, Panda? Okay, so add Hebrew language support. Then I also want to add the system theme. So currently it's just dark and light, but I would like a new option there that says system. It basically chooses whatever theme you have set on your system. I'm going to say here, add a system theme that chooses between dark and light depending on what you have set. The label in the drop-down should either say system dark or system light. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then let's give it a bit of a test and see how it looks on mobile. Okay, these home buttons on mobile doesn't need to be, I think we can probably fit 2 buttons on it. Then I'm gonna say here on the home page, if there is space to fit 2 buttons in 2 columns without text overlapping or being cut off, then have 2 columns. Okay, let's just make this bigger again to see. Oh yeah, definitely they will fit in more. I think we are snapping to mobile view too quickly. I think we are snapping to 1 column view too early. Oh, Panda says he's a chef. That's pretty cool. A chef watching coding videos. Very cool. Okay. What else do we want the prompt to do? Okay. I'm busy just checking the mobile UI. Just planning it out a bit. I wonder what other settings we can add, because it feels a bit useless to just have one setting in here. I'm not sure what else to add. Maybe we should move the settings to the last column. I don't see it being that of an important column, to be honest. Let's just type here. On the QR code configuration section, can you move the settings tab to the last position? So it should be content, frame, logo, and then settings. I think if I remember correctly, the way I wrote it was that the correction also automatically updates depending on what content you have in. So if you were to have a very long link, very long URL, I think the correction should update, but you'll see that I think it prioritizes extending the size of the QR code first. And then if correction is needed, it would update the correction. So you can see the QR code is getting bigger and bigger. And then at some point, I think it would update the correction also, but I could be wrong, to be honest. I have too many QR codes in here. Fine. Okay, I think this is a good start. Let's make that prompt. And while that prompt is busy going, we'll continue browsing through the system and making sure that we have what we want to have. Okay, so frames. Because if I change the frame on mobile, it's difficult to actually see what you are changing because the preview is all the way down here. is kind of crappy. I wonder if we should not maybe build the frame edit into the preview, so you are actually editing the preview instead of having it in two different places, because then you can actually see what you are editing. Like if we were to choose quickly a different one, let's choose the delivery van, right? But why does it have a big white space at the bottom? We need to fix that. Okay, let's start by fixing the delivery van. It's not supposed to have a big white space at the bottom. The delivery van frame type has a bunch of white space at the bottom. I want to see if the other ones are the same. No, these ones seem fine. The space at the bottom and the top is about the same, which is what it's supposed to be. So it's just this one. Yeah, okay. The space at the bottom should be the same as the space at the top. And looks like I am lagging quite hard if I'm looking at this here. I'm putting my bitrate even lower, but there's really not much I can do about the lagging. It's just because I have quite bad internet, to be honest. Let me just watch my own stream quickly and see how the quality looks. Okay, it's still quite laggy, even after putting the bitrate lower. So I might need to set it even more lower. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the bitrate lower again. Hopefully the quality is not too bad then on the stream. Okay, now the bitrate is quite low. So let's see if it's lagging still. And then we can code nicely. Okay, now it does seem better. I'm gonna move around a bit, wave, and then I'll just watch myself here. Yeah, it's still laggy, unfortunately. Sorry about the lag, guys. I really can't do much about it. I just have quite bad internet where I live. I shall put the bitrate even more lower, but I doubt it's going to make a big difference, but I'm making it lower. So those who are joining, today we are working on the QR code generator. I really want to get this one, get version 1 done and then get that released. We are still quite a while away from releasing the QR code generator. We have not even built a logging system yet, or even like a payment system. So we are still quite far away from actually launching V1. So I think a focus would be the next few days to actually build that part of the system out. Now I don't know what I'm going to be using for the logging system yet. Maybe we use Superbase. I'm not 100% sure yet. Or maybe we skip login for now and we just release on Steam. Then at least we have a working version. Now I believe on Steam you can also do subscriptions. But at least we have it released, and then while it's on Steam we can work on making a better web version and a proper login and all that. So let me quickly bring up Steam. I'll bring it to the main screen shortly. I wonder how bad is the lag? If anyone's watching, how is the lag currently? And how's the video quality also, which is important. My wife says she's also hungry, so I might need to go make food for her. Let me just ask her what she's wanting. And then let me go back to Steam. Need to figure out now if we can do a subscription model on Steam or not. I think it's possible. I just need to make sure. I think we need to start planning out the pricing for the QR code generator as well. I think that might be an important thing to start doing. So let's add a prompt here. Delivery van frame type has a bunch of white space at the bottom. The space at the bottom should be the same as the top. Okay, that we got. Then I'm gonna add here. Then on the public, then can you create a new pricing page? Okay, I need to find an example for it. So I'm quickly gonna do that. Let's find the QR code generator that the other guy sent me, and we'll use that one as an example for pricing. Okay, so the QR code generator that the other guy is currently paying for, I'm gonna go to that one, and then we'll basically steal that one's pricing for now. Okay, where do I find pricing? Maybe at the bottom. Pricing, because the idea is I want to have better pricing than what they have. I know I'm gonna have a better QR code generator than them. I don't even need to look at what they have. I just know I'm gonna have a better one. So I need to just make sure about the pricing. Okay. Then can you create a new pricing page for the QR code generator? Use as reference for pricing amounts. Okay, so we'll do that then, and then I think that's a good next prompt as well. Let's just make sure. Okay, I'm also gonna say do they have like a features page maybe? Support resources. Features, there we go. Okay, features. Next gen, okay. I'm just gonna type here. Can you also make an unbiased QR code or an unbiased compare page where in a table view you compare my QR code generator with the one above, as well as 3 other very popular ones that you can find. Actually, yeah, the others is fine. Okay, so that shall be the next prompt that we give here. Perfect. Then I think we should hop back into Steam quickly and see what we can do there. Or let's just check what my wife wants. Oh, she said before I started streaming, she wanted some food. But tell me what you want. Tell me what you really, really want. Because maybe I can quickly leave stream and go make her some food. Since I do have some prompts running here. Okay, let's head back to Steam. We haven't made a product listing yet for the QR code generator. I think we need to do that quickly now. I'll bring this page here. Okay, here is the create new product. We'll do software application. Product name, we'll say QR code generator. This is not going to be a free product, so we say create now. Busy creating the QR code generator and the app ID for it. Okay, I'm done. So now it's been created. I guess we click on the X. And there we go. Where is it? QR code generator. Perfect. Now we got the app ready for Steam. Okay. So now we need to figure out the pricing, how the pricing works. No pricing approved. Okay, so here's where we put the pricing. Okay, proposed pricing, schedule discount, package purchase. Okay, let's see if we can do some kind of subscription pricing in here. We'll say proposed pricing. I could have sworn I have seen this before where someone had like a subscription. Okay, new variable conversion, yada yada yada. Purchase power, I don't know what that means. Okay, so this is just once-off pricing, which is not what I want. Your proposed pricing. Yeah, I don't want this. I also don't know what is a good amount as once-off. How much is 19 or 20 US dollars? Let's go have a look. I will use my own calculator. For those who have watched before, we are also busy building our own calculator. That is basically a clone of the Windows calculator, but much better. We also have themes. So as an example, let's have it nicely open for YouTube Shorts as well. I'll do it like so. The plan is to have over 1,000 different themes on it. So you can even have it look exactly like the Windows calculator. Or if you wanted to, you could make it look like a green terminal as an example. So it's fully customizable. And then we also support 108 different languages. Okay, so let's start here by converting the price, the US dollars one. I live in South Africa. Okay, and converting 20 US dollars. Oops, I meant to click there. Okay, 20 US dollars, so it's 370 rand. Yeah, that's way too cheap in my opinion for like a once-off purchase price. There's gonna have to be more than that. Where can I see South African rand? Okay, let's just calculate here. I think for once-off, I might end up changing the pricing. I'm not 100% sure yet. But let's just put a base one for now as $80 then. And that's once-off, meaning you get full access to it forever for all features as well. Or I can actually select pre-made ones here. Let's have a look. So here's some pre-made prices. Let's choose 84 then. Then how much South African rand is that? That is 700. Why is it so cheap in South Africa then? But 85? Yeah, $85. So $85 is 1,600 rand. But if you put it on if you put it on Steam for $85, then the South African pricing is 700 Rand, which is a very good deal for a QR code generator. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this for now, or let's do 99. But then it's still once off. I don't want to have just once off. Edit on bulk, FAQ, switching to free. You click here to learn more and request assistance. Okay, let's open that link. Entering custom prices. Okay, let's open up Copilot, and we'll ask Copilot some information here. So I want to know, is it possible to have a monthly subscription payment for your game or app that is published on Steam? Okay, let's see what Copilot says. So I could have sworn that I have seen such kind of model on Steam before, but like I said, I could just be remembering it wrong. Okay, I'm quickly gonna go grab some food for my wife. So I'm gonna put the Copilot chat right here, and while that's busy going, I'll be back real soon. Okay, I am back. Gave my wife some muffins, and my phone also just broke. So that's fantastic. It fell, and it basically hit the corner here. Don't know how good you'll be able to see it on the camera, but yeah, now the outer display is broken, and the inner display has already broken a long time ago. So now I do not have a phone anymore, basically. It's fantastic. I'll just need to message my wife quickly here on Steam, just to let her know, unless she's watching the stream, I don't know. I'll just type to her here, talk to me on Steam. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Anyway, let's have a look here. So this prompt is still busy going. So those who are joining, we are basically working on a QR code generated today. That's the rough plan. And currently, we're trying to figure out if we could do some kind of monthly subscription plans on Steam, instead of just having a once-off payment. Maybe I should just quickly message that guy from yesterday and ask him about the pricing, like how much he would pay for once-off. Hey, so yeah, hey, how much would you be willing to pay if it was full unlimited access and once off for the entire QR code generator. Now let's just see what he says. I'll type to him, I'm live right now and trying to figure out pricing. Okay. So let's just say, wait, that's the wrong link. They had a link here where you can like, wait, let's see here. Short answer, yes. Steam supports recurring monthly subscriptions for games and apps, but the feature is limited and not fully supported. You must implement it through Steamworks, in-game or developer-operated recurring billing, and follow Steam's rules. Okay, how it works, high level. Steamworks supports recurring subscriptions that can be initiated either in-game, Steam microtransaction flow, or via a developer-operated service that calls Steam's web API to process renewals. This is configured in your Steamworks partner settings and requires integration with Steam's billing APIs. Okay, users buy or subscribe from the Steam store or via an in-game flow, and manage cancel subscriptions from account details in Steam. Steam will email users about charges and failed payments. Okay. Okay, I guess we can do it like that too. Okay. Price changes. You cannot increase the agreed recurring price for existing subscribers. You may lower it. Okay. That's not nice either, because it would be nice if you can do like specials and stuff. My wife is asking if she should get me a new phone. I'll just tell her for now I don't know. Okay. Let's have a look. Price changes. Let's click on this link here. Okay, recurring subscriptions. Recurring subscriptions is not a fully supported feature. It may not be possible to test all configurations fully prior to the release of your game or software. Okay. Just want to make it nice for YouTube Shorts again. Okay. It is possible to configure recurring subscription billing for a game or software in Steam, though it is not well supported at this time. In many cases, we urge you to consider whether recurring subscription is really the right path for your product. Many products have set off down this path and discovered that customer appetite for signing up to be billed on a recurring basis is limited, and as a result, many products have subsequently switched to a traditional singles upfront payment method. Okay. Methods for managing recurring subscriptions. Below is the general method for managing recurring subscriptions on Steam. In-game managed microtransactions. The in-game started a recurring billing by invoking an in-game purchase and configured by a customer through a Steam web page. This is configured and managed entirely by the game. Please see recurrings in-game billing for details on getting this set up. Okay. Okay. The game is typically a free-to-play but could also work with a standard purchasable game. Within the game, a user would find a purchase option to sign up for a recurring subscription. This would be configured and managed by the developer. The developer operates service interfaces with Steam to initiate a subscription, with a renewal period / amount defined. User must approve through the Steam client. Okay. Service keeps track of when time runs out of their subscription. When a subscription is expired, service make a process agreement with web API call to charge the next period. Service is not allowed to charge more than the agreed amount in the period. So if a user agreed to a $20 per month, they're gonna charge more than $20 each month, but may charge less. User is not allowed to cancel this type of subscription. Okay. Okay, pricing for recurring subscriptions. Consider your approach to pricing carefully. While you can lower recurring pricing over time as necessary, we do not support increasing the price of recurring subscription. So why do they not do this? That's kind of crappy. Because I was actually planning to start off quite cheap, and then if I down the line add more features, more stuff to it, I was hoping to make it slightly more expensive or introduce higher tiers. But it looks like using Steam that will not be possible. Okay, frequently asked questions. This also means that if I do choose Steam, then I might need to start the price quite high because I can only lower it over time. Okay, frequently asked questions, but I don't want to do that either, so I really do want it to be cheap. But also, like, as time goes on, obviously, the value of money changes, so I feel like you should be able to change it in any case. So FAQ, what payment methods does recurring billing support? Recurring payments can be paid with a credit card, PayPal, or Steam Wallet funds. Why is payment failing to process when calling process agreement? If the customer does not have a valid payment method on file, does not have sufficient Steam Wallet funds, or has used an expired payment method most recently, then it may fail when you call process agreement. Do users get notified when payment has failed? Yes. The user should receive an email when their recurring payment has failed. This should instruct them to visit their account page to update their payment information on file. Okay. How often should I try calling process agreement for a user that has previously failed? We recommend making this call once a day for at most a week before giving up. If the user has not updated their payment method on file by then, they are likely not coming back. Okay. What do customers need to know about recurring subscriptions? There is a customer support FAQ with some additional information. Okay, perfect. This is the same link. So much to read, but I think it's worth it to just go through it and make sure that I understand it properly. My AI prompt is in any case still busy going, so we need to wait for that one to finish regardless. Okay. How do I purchase a subscription plan? To buy a subscription plan, visit the subscription-based games page on the Steam store and select a plan, then add it to your cart. Wait, so you can do it on Steam, not in-game? How do I manage or cancel my subscription? Okay, can I freeze my subscription? Okay, how do I renew a cancelled or lapsed subscription? Okay, will reactivating my subscription give me access to my old game history? This depends on the game. In some cases, your game data will automatically be relinked to your Steam account. If this has not happened, you will need to contact the publisher of the game and have them reinitiate your previous game account and link it to your Steam account. Support contact information for a game can be found using the steps below. How do I update? Does Steam offer partial refunds? How will I know when and what I will be charged for an auto-renew subscription? Okay, can I give subscription plan? Can I register multiple games? Okay, no, that's not interesting. Okay, let's have a look at this page. So this is apparently how to actually implement it on Steam. Recurring in-game billing. Note, this document is intended to be used as a supplement to the base in-game MTX purchasing document. Okay, got no idea what that is, and they did not put a link to it for some reason. The APIs described here are extensions to that API. Okay, I see. It's fine, I'm going to read anyway. I'll just scan through it then. To create a recurring subscription for a Steam user, you first need to establish a billing agreement with the user which describes payment terms. These terms include the recurring price, frequency that price is billed to the user. The user must agree to the terms. Payment process is handled by Steam. Okay, establishing a billing agreement. Similar to selling a microtransaction item, to create a billing agreement, your backend server will need to call the web API. The call to init.txn will then require some additional parameters to fully define it. If the transaction is accepted by Steam, the user will be notified by authorize the agreement and the API will return a unique 64-bit billing agreement ID. Okay. A user may only have one active billing agreement per game. Ah, okay, so I can't have multiple tiers then. You may create a new billing agreement for a user at any time, but all previous billing agreements will be disabled upon completing. Oh, each billing agreement will be given a unique 64-bit ID you can use to reference it, but only the most recent agreement will be allowed to process payment. Users can elect to cancel an agreement at any time from within their Steam account settings. Notification of cancellations will be done through Web API. If your billing agreement is set to the game type, then your backend server will need to the Web API to change the user on each recurring event. This is only useful if you have a system where the user may be charged less than the initial or recurring amount, as the call to process agreement will take an amount value to charge the user. Okay, so I can make a recurring payment plan on Steam. The price I choose, I can't make the price higher at a later point. I can make it lower though. If I want to make the price higher, then I will need to cancel that plan and create a brand new plan, meaning that everyone that's currently subscribed will then not be subscribed anymore. I can't just change the plan, which is terrible. Which means I also can't do like specials on it. Oh, okay. So Steam's subscription plan is not that great in my opinion. We still need to figure out how we are going to do the once-off payment, if we are going to have a once-off payment option even. I just want to have a look here on the side. I want to open up the competitor that the one guy sent me. Okay, so how are their pricing working? Okay, starter. So it's $10 per month is what they are charging for it. You save 50% with the annual plan. Okay, so if you get annual, you pay half the price essentially. That's a pretty good deal, I must say. Okay, so paid monthly. So normally it's $20 per month, actually. But then if you get it annually, you save half. Okay. Dynamic QR codes, yada yada yada. Okay, $16 per month. Annual charge. Okay. Professional enterprise plan. Okay. A custom solution ideal for organizations that want more QR codes, white labeling, API, and other add-on features. Okay, so if you want more than what they are currently offering, then you need to contact them. So how much is this one? $47 if you want basically their highest plan. Annual charge of 563. Okay, let's go on 500. I just want to see then. But what did they offer? First, let me just check that. So dynamic QR codes, scans, bulk creation, API requests, users. Okay. Let me go back to Steam. I want to see how much it would be if I choose like 500, because I can't even choose up to that. Like Steam doesn't have that option here. I can choose 200, but I guessing I can make it like 500. But is the price not updating below? No, it's not updating. Based on your selected conversion method and USD price, the enterprise is much higher than suggested. Let's do 500. These ones not updating then on 500, unfortunately. 500. Entering custom prices, convert prices. Apply and preview. Did it update? Surely not. No way it updated. Yeah, no, it didn't update. So let's do 49999. Okay. Select a base USD price, convert prices. Multi-variable conversion is fine. Apply and preview. Not actually saving it for some reason, or actually applying it. Apparently they have a bulk pricing page, so I'm quickly heading to that page. What if I say here 4999? Okay, so how do I say convert prices? Apply to visible packages. Yeah, it's not working, Steam. Valve, you gotta fix your stuff, man. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go back then. I haven't decided on any price yet. I'm just like figuring out how Steam works, to be honest. If I put $200, how much is that then in my currency? So $200 in my currency is 3,700 Rand. And on Steam, how much would they convert that to? About half the price then. Okay. Why are they making stuff so cheap on Steam then? For like South Africans? Because of course our currency is terrible. Oh, what? It's a $200, right? For one sort of full access to the system. That's half the price of the competitor. It's not bad, to be honest. Dynamic QR codes. The total number of QR codes you can create and edit. So what counts as a dynamic QR code? Let's just ask a question here. Let's go GPT-5 Mini. I'll say, looking at the following website, what is a dynamic QR code? I'm guessing it's a QR code that you can basically change after creating it, meaning that the data isn't actually encoded into the QR code, but actually onto a page behind it. So you basically scan the QR code, it takes you to a page, and that page you can modify afterwards. I'm guessing that's what a dynamic QR code is. But I could be wrong on that one. Okay, I'll fetch the pricing page and extract the definition of dynamic QR code. Okay, you do that, buddy. You do that. Wow, this thing is still busy trying to add Hebrew and improving the homepage. That was the first prompt we did when we started the stream, so it's been going for like half an hour at least minimum. Damn, it's not even a difficult like prompt. Add Hebrew, add a system theme, and improve homepage. I would have thought it would have been a quick change, but apparently not. I see we got 4 viewers. Welcome everyone. Do we have any vibe coders in the chat? Anyone building any cool products that you want to share? Also, how's my video stream? Is it laggy? Because I do have quite bad internet. How's the video quality on it? And if it's laggy. Also, my phone broke about 20 minutes ago while on stream, but I was not like in this room. So I can't actually check my own stream right now. Maybe I should just open it up here on my full browser and see how it is. I have quite bad internet. How's the video quality on it? Yeah, it's not too bad. It is quite blurry, if I'm honest. So I can see the bitrate is low, but yeah, I can't do anything about that. At least not on my current internet. But we do have a goal. One of our goals is to get better internet. We have a goal list here. You'll see goals. Better internet. So hopefully in the future we'll do this. And Yada says, not too bad, lags now and again. Okay. How do you say your name? Yada. Yadavivan. Or how do you say it? I'm most likely butchering your name, so I'm very sorry about that. To give you guys an idea of my internet, I did a speed test and I'm basically getting about 3 megabit per second. That's the kind of internet I'm working on. But not great. And therefore I'm also streaming in very low bitrate. I'm streaming on 2500 kilobits per second bitrate. Yeah, that's why the quality might not be great. I mean, I could try and make the bitrate higher, but it's gonna lag more if I make the bitrate higher. Let's make it slightly higher and see if it improves the quality without causing too much extra lag. I just made it higher. Okay, we'll just wait and see if it makes it worse or not. Let's head back to Steam. The Steam is a bit broken here because I want to test the pricing, convert prices, purchasing power conversion only. Okay, wait. Let's just go back here to my calculator, right? If someone were to pay, let's say, the cheapest plan, $9, right? 9, and they pay that. Wait, need to check their plan again. So annually, it's $120. So if I charge a once-off fee, Yada says, lol, to say it, yeah, dove. But bro, been long time. I watched you when I was doing IT in high school. Cool. So I hope you passed then, with distinction. Yadov. Yadov. Is that correct? Yadov. That's how you say it. That's a very interesting name, I must say. Where's the name from? Yadov. Sounds almost like Russian or something. Yadovsky, my friend. Do you still program today, Yadov? What do you do today? And did you enjoy Delphi? We are also busy building an application called Delphi Turtle, which is an app that you can use to basically learn the Delphi programming language, and you use it by basically controlling a turtle on the screen. So here's the application, as you can see. And the idea is basically you write actual Delphi code on the right hand side. Like I can write forward, let's say forward 300, and then I can click on run me, and it actually moves the turtle 300 pixels basically to the top. And I can show you one example, like this one. So you can do many stuff like changing direction and size, and you can even hide the turtle or change the turtle, and you can draw animations or do animations, and you can even technically build a whole game in this if you wanted to. It supports many different Delphi code, like you can do normal Delphi for loops and variables and all that. We are busy building this application as well. And the idea is to hopefully have it good enough eventually where schools in South Africa can distribute this to children who have IT as a subject, as like a gateway introduction to Delphi before actually diving into Delphi. That's the hope that I have here with this. But we're not stopping at just Delphi. We're also going to be making ones for other languages such as Python and JavaScript and PHP. So it's not just going to be Delphi, but Delphi is the start. Your Dove says it's close, not Russia, Indian. Yadav. Yadav. Like that? Yadav. Software dev, I passed with A. Thanks, bro. I'm very happy. So what do you do then? You say you are currently a software developer. Do you make websites, applications? Like, what languages and frameworks are you currently using? And what is your thoughts on AI? Are you using AI? Enjoying it? Are you vibe coding? Okay. Yeah, I'll come back to the pricing here on Steam. For now, I'm going to skip the pricing. There's lots to learn there. At least we got the app created. So now we can probably start filling in the basic information about the app. Okay, QR code generator, developer Sean Result, application website. We'll fill all of this in later. I'm definitely going to have a Linux version. Release date. We don't have a specific date in mind just yet, but let's just can we just not like put a year? No, we can't. Okay, fine. Let's leave that. I am planning to add support for all of these languages as well, which I know is quite a lot, but we will be adding support for all of them. But for now, we just have English, and then we also have Afrikaans, and then we also have Hebrew, which the AI is currently busy adding for us. It doesn't have it yet, but it's going to have it in a few seconds, if not already. Okay, we're going to have achievements and all this, but we don't have that yet, so we'll pick it later. Then genre. And this is what it's utility. It's design and illustration. It can be. Is it photo editing? Because you are technically edit. You can edit your QR code and give it like a custom frame. I guess we can say photo editing, web publishing, video production, because you can use the QR codes for video production. Actually, yeah, many of these you can actually use it. Let's tick all of those ones. Then we need to add some tags. Okay, what tags do we add? We add the utilities tag. We can add the software tag. We can add the coding one. What other tags would be relevant here? Like a business tag? No. Animation and modeling. Okay. Photo editing. There we go. Okay. Let's choose those 5 ones for now. We might change it later, but for now, that's what we choose. This looks good. The Delphi the turtle teaching. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, yeah, Dove. We're busy building a bunch of different applications. I think we have like 20 applications already basically planned. Unicorn says admin. Oh, do you mean for the tag? Like an admin tag? Let's see if there is one admin. Okay, so there is no admin tag, unfortunately. Okay. Let's scroll down. What else is here? Should we implement an anti-cheat for the QR code generator? If someone tries to modify the memory of the QR code generator, then we smack them with a backban. Imagine that. Let's save this. I'm working on an open source smart dash cam system for fleet vehicles on the side, but work Oracle and Java. Okay, that's pretty interesting. You want to share the link? I don't think you'll be able to share links on the chat, but you're welcome to give the name, and I'll go take a look since it's open source. I have quite a lot of experience in like fleet management and dash cams as well. We have written a bunch of software in Delphi where you can control vehicles via your phone. All the entire code from start to end is just Delphi code, and you can physically drive around the vehicle from your phone as if it's a game. All written in Delphi. And we also have dashboard screens that shows data about your car via CAN bus, and all that interfaces and integration with the CAN bus in the car is also fully written in Delphi. Now I have Hebrew. Okay, but I wanted to actually say Hebrew, not that language. I need to do a follow. Okay, do the following. the the system theme should be first in the list of themes. Let's add another language. We might as well add one more. Let's add pirate language for now. That's one I do like. Add pirate as a language. Also, actually, let's look on Steam what are some popular languages. Then we add a proper one. Actually, where can we find languages? Here we go. Languages. Okay. The top ones here. Let's do German. I think. Add German as a language. Also, don't write the languages in its language. The languages should display in the language that you are viewing it from. So as an example, if my language is English, then German should show as German. But if my language is Afrikaans, then German should show as dates. Okay, I think we should do that. Yeah, Dav is asking why am I streaming? Or why you are Steam? Is it Steam or Stream? I'm not sure what you are asking here. You want to know why I'm streaming or why I am using Steam? I might as well answer both, I guess. So I am streaming because I want to be building in public and I want to be learning AI better. And I am already building random stuff on the side, some personal projects, and I might as well stream while building them and get valuable input from people watching the stream and also build cool stuff with the stream, with the people in the stream. The plan is to eventually build whatever the people in the comments are saying I should be building. So if someone wants to see me eventually build like a Mario clone as an example, then we can make one stream where I spend the entire stream building Mario as an example. So that's one of the plans that I have. And then why I'm using Steam is because I'm using a Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck obviously uses Steam for apps and games, and therefore whatever I am building, I'm also going to be publishing on Steam because I want to be able to run them natively on Steam and on the Steam gaming mode. I'm currently streaming from it as well, but I'm using the desktop mode for that. So in Steam OS, meaning the Steam Deck, I will show you. So currently I need to find the correct website here. Currently the Steam OS operating system is Linux based, and you can actually even install it on any computer. It works great on AMD hardware as well as most Intel hardware. But as for NVIDIA, it doesn't work on NVIDIA quite well just yet. So when you open up your Steam Deck, it'll basically look like this. You'll be in gaming mode, and then from gaming mode, you can then click on the Steam menu button, and then from there, you can then go to switch to desktop mode. You're going to publish on Steam? Yes, I'm going to publish on Steam. So every single app that we make or game we make, we're publishing on Steam. So you'll see here, if I open up Steam, you'll see that we already have a store page for Delphi Turtle. There you can see. It's not published yet, but we are busy working towards publishing it. Hopefully by end of this month, we'll have Delphi Turtle basically published and live on Steam. And then we also already have Roselle developer tools, and that one is already published. This one doesn't make any money, it's just a free application at this point. This one is also already published. As you can see, you can already download this and use it. And then we are also very close to releasing the calculator on Steam. There we go. The store page isn't live for this one yet, but we are pretty close to having it live. So you'll see here we have the calculator, and this calculator is going to be the best calculator that exists, essentially. But the idea is modeled after the Windows calculator, because in my opinion, the Windows calculator is the best calculator that currently exists. And I really like it, but the thing is I'm using Linux, and the Windows calculator is only on Windows, so I can't actually use it. And therefore, the first app that I was started to make on the stream was the calculator. Now it supports many different themes, so you can choose the dark theme, which makes it look exactly like the Windows calculator. We have already basically implemented everything that the Windows calculator has, so we have pretty much full parity, but we have gone a step further and improved upon the Windows calculator, as well as added more stuff into it. We are also planning to add more than 1,000 different themes, and also eventually allow people to make their own themes. So we are going to be putting in workshop support, Steam workshop support, and having anyone be able to make their own theme and publish it for others to download. And then we also currently already have 108 different languages that are added in here. And yeah. And then we also have a bunch of other applications we are also busy building, and all of them will be on Steam as well. Okay, let's quickly continue on the prompt here. So, system theme, German. Let's see what else we need to do here. It's still busy on the delivery van prompt. Okay. I don't like how we have so many download buttons underneath each other. I'm wondering if it does make sense to maybe have them in like a column view instead of having them all underneath each other. Let's just see how it looks on desktop. Yeah, it's also underneath each other. I think if there's space to have them next to each other, they should be next to each other. Use up less space. So I think we should do that as well. Let's do that. 3. For the download buttons, if there is space, and then put them in 2 columns, they should only be in 2 columns if all of the text in the button fits. I don't want any text to overlap or be cut off or word wrapped. Okay, I think that's a good prompt. Little Windows calculator, we'll check out the tools. Appreciate it very much. So the tools application is actually one of the first ever applications that I started making. And I've been working on it for about 15 years now already. It started off as just being a simple color picker, and then slowly over the years it grew into something much better. Split button UI for the download. What do you mean split button UI for the download? Split button UI for the download. What do you mean? Like, you mean like almost like a drop down where we select the file type and then just press download? What exactly do you mean? Testing. I want to make it easier to also change the sizing on the QR code editing here. So I'll go back to the prompt as well. I'll add one more thing into this prompt and see if it can do it. With the QR code edit frame section, I also want to be able to click on a what's it called, on the side of the QR code, on a side of the QR code, and then be able to drag to resize that specific side. Well, what is a split button like as drop down? Yeah, I thought it was like a drop down. So split button UI. Oh yeah, okay. I thought it was this. Okay, let's just think about this. I've never been too much of a fan of this. But let me think about it if it would work. I'm willing to give it a go and see. Split button UI. Unicorn, if you are still in the chat, what do you think about this? Unicorn is a graphic designer. I want to see if she's still in the chat. So something like this for the download buttons on the QR code generator instead of what we currently have, which is just buttons. It could work, I think. Let's go back to the prompt. For the download buttons, if there is space, then put them in 2 columns. Okay, I'll get back to that split button. I like the idea. Thank you very much. I will take a look. Oh no! I just did a steer. I didn't want to steer it. Can I cancel it? No ways! I just did that. Ah, okay. Don't know how far it got with this one. I'm gonna have to tell it to do it again, just in case. Then I'll paste this, and I will say add to queue. Okay. Well, now we lost a few minutes of work, but that's fine. It is fine. Unfortunate, but fine. Okay, while that's busy going, I want to quickly jump into the calculator. There's something that I wanted to do earlier. Well, first, let me just see what still needs to commit it. Okay, that's just some designs we're busy working on. There was something that I wanted to do here, but I don't remember. What was it? I want to also somehow make the loading of the themes faster, because it takes a bit of a long time to load these themes. The reason why it takes such a long time is because we are actually like rendering a full calculator in here with the theme enabled. That's why you even see if the theme has like animations on it, it even has the animations. So it's not like we are rendering a photo of the theme. We are actually rendering a full calculator in here. It's not clickable, it's a read-only calculator, but that's why it's so slow to basically do the drop down. And every time you click it, it has to re-render it as well. There's definitely improvement that we can do here for the calculator. Okay. There's also a couple of themes that look quite similar to each other that I want to change. Also, the buttons on this theme is not clear. Like that white, you can barely see the white. Let's actually quickly go have a look. Yeah, the white, you can't actually see it. Oh, but I think this might be an old version, because I remember we did fix that. Let's just quickly check the calculator from here. I think we did fix the color on those calculator buttons. Yes, okay, so we did fix that already, actually. I think we need to add more themes here. Because we're still missing a lot of themes. Okay, so let's just say here, please add 2 more themes. One is a I want to add country themes. A South Africa theme. Then also add a Germany theme. Let's see what it does. That'll be quite cool. A theme for every country that exists. I want to see how Copilot would design that as well. Let's give it to Copilot and see what it does. So we'll go to, what are these images? Oh, that's for the Matrix theme. Marketing, screenshots, mobile. Wait, this is the old one. We can delete this actually. Delete that folder. Delete this folder. Delete tablet. Let's think here. Okay, so I want to get the dark theme, dark one, mobile, standard. Then I want to give this to Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. And just basically see how it would design it as a South African theme. Okay. Man, didn't actually copy it. Hello, copy. Come on, dude. Why are you not copying it? I'm quickly getting it here on the side. And there we go. Okay. Please redesign this dark themed calculator as a South African themed calculator instead. Calculator. Let's see what it does. I'll actually give the exact same prompt again here, but this time as a Germany theme. No, man, why are you giving me text? Thumbs down. I don't know. You know what? I want an image. No, give me the image. As a Germany theme calculator instead. I want an image. Okay. Think deeper. We'll paste the image and we'll send it. Yeah, Dove says easy way. Each theme has picture SVG of it. To make it faster, yes, but then it won't be the actual calculator. Like I actually wanted to render the actual calculator in there, simply because then if I make any changes to the calculator, I don't need to regenerate a new theme, SVG or image, because it renders the actual calculator. So I can instantly see changes because I'm going to be having 1,000 different themes eventually. So if I make a change, I thought it would be nice to then actually see how that theme looks without needing to choose the theme. This is an interesting looking calculator. Okay. Deutschland. Okay, interesting. I don't like any of the two ones that much. Um, hmm, What is this eagle or thing here? What the eagle? I don't know Germany too much. The eagle you see is the Bundesadler, Germany's national emblem. Okay. Let's see what Copilot is busy making here for us regarding the themes. I'm locating the theme definition and definition surface and a nearby example so I can add the two new themes consistently and verify they appear. The manifest appears to drive the selector, so I'm checking one nearby code path that consumes it. The manifest is the controlling path. I've confirmed CSS and logo files. Okay. Go. One thing I could do is, as soon as someone opens up the settings page, then I can start loading the theme dropdown already in the background. Now, I'm sure they might not even click on the dropdown, but then at least it's loaded already. But I don't know how heavy that's going to be when we eventually have 1,000 themes. And so therefore we also need to think about maybe only loading the first ones you see, or just the ones you see. Yeah. I also want to be able to search by color, like red. It needs to show all the themes that look kind of red, or blue, or black. So it shouldn't just search by the name, but I want to see themes that have that kind of color. Like if I search green, I'm expecting to also see the terminal theme in here. So we should also look into doing that. Am I lagging a lot right now? Or how is the lag? Because OBS is telling me I'm lagging a lot. Yadav, when did you matriculate? A bit more lag now. Yeah. So where I live, there is no fiber and there's no ADSL. So the only options we have is either mobile internet, meaning using a SIM card, or we have satellite. And only those two options is what basically we have. We can, there are some other options, but they are pretty terrible. The only two viable ones is basically Starlink for satellite and then any mobile SIM card provider. But the thing is, obviously, Starlink is not available in South Africa just yet. Now you can import it, but it obviously costs more, and you have to then take it back to that country every 2 months to re-register it, essentially, just because it's not available here. So when you get it, you have to get it on a global roaming plan, and then it has to go back every 2 months. Class of 2019, very cool. So is this your first time watching me since 2019? I would assume so. According to OBS Studio, I should not be lagging that much anymore. At least after I've lowered my bitrate again. Let's go back to the QR code generator and see what's happening there. Okay, this one's still going. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a while since we finished that we accidentally stopped that one prompt there. Now we got a couple of stuff happening at the same time here. Okay, let's think what else we need to add on the calculator. I wonder what other converters we can add. Currency, do we have Bitcoin, all that? We should add Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in here as well, I think. Yeah, I think we should do that. But let's first ask a question here. GPT-5 Mini, are we missing any currencies in the currency converter? Because this doesn't seem like a lot of currencies, so I feel like we might be missing some currencies. But it might only list these currencies because that's what's supported by the exchange rate API, which is what I'm using. So I've got a feeling that's why we don't have that many, because these are the only ones from this API. I'll ask a follow-up question. Are we listing only the currencies supported by the exchange rate API? Let's queue that as well. And we'll see what it says. Okay, there are some stuff I don't like about the calculator. Okay. I'm just giving it some testing. I don't think percent is working, to be honest. Doesn't seem like percent is working. Okay, let me see if I can maybe can we find a video of the Windows calculator? No, my internet's too bad. I shouldn't be watching videos while streaming. Darn it. Okay, it's fine. Need to investigate the percentage there. Can I open a GitHub issue from here? Please open a GitHub issue saying that we need to test and make sure that the percentage button on the wait, where's percentage? Doesn't the scientific one have percentage also? What? Okay. On the standard mode is working. But I think it might not be working. Let's see if Copilot is able to create a GitHub issue for us. Because that would be quite cool as well. If it can do that. And then I'll do a follow-up question here. Please list all the active GitHub issues. Okay, store in memory, recall from memory. I know some calculators you can like do 2 plus 2, then you press equals, but then you can keep pressing equals and you would like keep adding plus 2 to it. I don't know if the Windows calculator has that, but I sort of think I want to have that too. I don't have a Windows calculator to test on right now, unfortunately. Okay, let's go back to the QR code generator. Man, this is going to take forever. Okay. Let's start testing it a bit more. Okay, we haven't made this into a flat app yet. Maybe we can start preparing it for release, I think. Yeah. Let's add another prompt that we can queue here. Can you let's make a distribution folder here. Oops, not in there. Dist. Can you make a dist? Can you make a portable Windows exe.exe app for me of the what? Have we done it? Have we made it to be a PWA yet? I don't think we've made it to be a PWA app just yet. No, we haven't. Just having a look on the side. No, we haven't. Okay, let's first do that. Can you turn this into a PWA? Yeah, Dove says, I tested on Windows 11. If you keep pressing equals, it does keep adding 2 to the previous result. Okay, I thought so. Okay, I remember that. I need to have the same functionality in here as well. Okay. Let's choose GPT 5.4 mini and we'll say on the Windows 11 calculator, when you do 2 plus 2 and press equals, then it gives 4. But if you keep pressing equals, then it would keep adding 2 to the previous result. Actually, let's do the full GPT 5.4. Can we make sure to support functionality like this as well? I don't know if everyone would like that, so it would be nice if it can be behind a setting toggle. I'm going to put here, can we also put this behind a settings toggle? Let's do that. At some point I remember adding a developer flag. I want to see if I still have that. I'll do another prompt here. Do we have a URL param in the calculator where I can do role developer to unlock and or see extra things in the app? I remember adding something like that previously, but I don't know if it's still in here. Thank you very much for testing that, Yadav. Okay, we got 5 prompts here busy happening in the calculator. And then the QR code generator is also still busy with a couple of prompts here. Okay. Oh, I haven't read the dynamic QR code yet. Okay, so dynamic QR code. Summary. Fetch the pricing page and provide a concise explanation of what a dynamic QR code is. I'm marking the task complete now. A dynamic QR code is a QR code that doesn't embed the final destination directly, but instead points to a short redirect URL or ID on a server you control. Okay, so I thought it was that. That indirection makes the code editable after it's printed and enables features like changeable destination, update the linked URL without reprinting the code, scan analytics, track scans, counts time, location, device, advanced controls, expiration, password protection. Oh, password protection would be interesting. Okay. Custom domains, UTM tags, AB redirects, and API bulk management. By contrast, a static QR code permanently encodes the destination and cannot be changed. On the pricing page you link, dynamic QR codes refers to the number of those editable, trackable codes included in each plan. Okay. I think we should start looking into having a section here where you can see a history of all the QR codes that you have generated. For now, we can just store it in the browser cache since we don't have a database integrated in here just yet. But just having it in the browser cache is a good start, I think. Yeah, let's forget about the PWA question I wanted to ask. We'll think about that later. Maybe I should just test all the different ones properly. I do like the password protected idea as well. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that really yet. Need to make sure as well. Sorry, I know I'm a bit all over the place here. Lots to do. Trying to think how I want to do this. Currently, we have a share link button here, but that doesn't create a URL that is static and that someone can change later. That's not what that one does. So it doesn't allow us to have what we actually want. We can do the password protection on it, to be honest, if we do the share link. That's not on the QR code itself, because currently if you scan the QR code, you don't have a way to take you to a custom page just yet. That's not something we have done yet. How does the password protection work? Just say here, how does the password protection work? Let's see what it says. Yeah, we still have a lot to do on the QR code generator before it's the best one in the world. I would argue that currently we are not even like halfway done with the QR code generator. The calculator is very close though. Like, I think obviously we are still going to be adding many themes, but let's say we ignore the themes, right? Then we are really close to having it basically being finished. Finished enough to be like production ready. I'd say we might be like 90% there on the calculator. Although it does still need testing, like it will need proper testing. And then I'm sure we'll find some more bugs and issues. But I'm feeling pretty happy about it so far. I don't like the scroll bar. It looks crappy. Wait, is this the same scroll bar for every theme? Or are we actually changing it? Blue. Are we using the same scroll bar for every theme? There's no changing of it. Why, man? Why, Copilot? Why? Yeah, it's not changing. Or am I crazy? Unicorn. Yeah, there's no way the scroll bar is changing. It's the same scroll bar. Yeah, same scroll bar. Let's do a prompt here then. I Well, let's just ask a question first. I like asking questions sometimes. We just find out first. Are we styling and or changing how the scroll bars look depending on what theme is chosen in the calculator? Let's see what it says. Okay. Yeah, all of these prompts are still busy going. When you have slow internet, then even prompts are slow. And yeah, I think if you guys do an AI prompt, it'll be much quicker than what it takes for me to wait. And that's why I'm doing multiple here at the same time, because I know it's going to take a while. So it looks like I'm lagging, I think. A clarifying password. Then how far is this one? Unicorn, if you are still in the chat, if you need me, just send me a Steam message, please. I won't be able to check my WhatsApp now. Okay, she's saying that my son is awake. Should I come? You want me to come? I am coming around the mountain when she comes, when she comes. I am coming around the mountain when she comes. I shall be right back. Okay, since this promises are still busy going, I think it can continue going for now. Then I will be back. What is up, everyone? I see the AI is still very much busy here. And how about the other AIs? Okay, I see some of them have finished. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so it's still busy adding South African and Germany themes into it. And then I think this one has... No, it's still busy. Yeah, all of these ones are going to take a while. Unfortunately, I see we have 4 people in the chat. Thank you for joining, everyone. Do we have any vibe coders? Anyone building anything cool that they want to share? Let the AI cook, yeah, let the AI cook. Because I have slow internet, my prompts take much longer than it would normally take for anyone else in the world. So a prompt, like a simple prompt, like an example, I can show you this prompt here, calculator. This one, right? Well, let's do an even simpler one here. All I asked it is if there is a URL parameter in my calculator that I can set for developer role, right? I'm just asking it a question, a very simple question. This prompt has already been running for what? Like 10 minutes? Whereas this prompt for anyone else would maybe take a few seconds. Maybe a minute or 2 max, you know? So prompts for me just take way longer due to the slow internet that I have. It might also be a combination of slow internet and crappy hardware. But yeah, it just takes much longer, unfortunately. And that's why you'll see me queuing up different prompts as well as, like here you can see I gave it, so that's why I do multiple tasks in the same prompt. Otherwise it takes forever. Like in this one, well, let's scroll a bit up here. Like here you saw that I basically said do the following, and then I ask it three things at the same time. Technically 4 things that I gave it. Unicorn says definitely hardware. Yeah, definitely plays a role. And then you'll see on this one again, I basically gave it 3 things in one prompt. And if you scroll down, you'll see I'm basically giving it 4 things as well. And I'm also queuing up prompts underneath each other instead of waiting for one to finish. Quite excited to, and that's also why I sometimes like I ask Copilot to make me a Germany and South African theme, but at the same time I also went into Copilot here and asked it here as well, because just making an image is much faster than writing the code to make this theme in the calculator. So for me to already get an idea, I can ask Copilot to make an image of it. And thus I can start brainstorming so long while the AI is making the actual theme. And if I then realize, but maybe I don't want to make this, then I can change the prompt or stop the prompt. Today is a quiet stream. I think it might be the time that I'm streaming at. Because normally here by 2 hours of streaming, we usually have at least like 100 to 200 views that already has happened. I see this one only that doesn't even have 100 views yet. I think it might be because I'm streaming at a weird time. Normally I stream at night, and this time I'm streaming during the day. I'm sure that has an effect on it. Also, I see we have 5 viewers. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for watching. Like I always like to ask any vibe coders, anyone making some cool stuff that you want to share. So what we are currently busy building here is we are building a calculator because I am using the Steam Deck, which runs on SteamOS, which in turn runs on Linux. And Linux doesn't have any good calculators. And therefore, I'm building myself a better calculator. Hello, Mr. Ian. I see Ian joined the chat. Did you just wake up, Ian? How's your day been? I'm streaming early today. The internet is super duper slow though. I've been lagging the entire stream. Hopefully the internet is better tonight. And we got a couple of prompts happening here as well. We are busy building a QR code generator as well. And we are just waiting for the prompts to basically finish. Ian says, you should tell me when you're live. I didn't know I should. I shall do so in the future. Yeah, Dove says, big question is, when will Microsoft will send you lawyer's letter? So the Windows calculator, give me a second. Hello. Yeah. You guys can meet my son. And Jason, he just woke up. Oh, don't want to be here. He usually doesn't like sitting here at my desk. Want to stand here? Walk around a bit? No? Okay then. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh my god, Sean JM. Sean's son conveniently busts down the door in time of saving him from explaining his legal predicament. Let's catch up on the chat, yeah? Okay. Okay, so yeah, Dove asked, big question, when's Microsoft going to send some lawyers? So the Windows calculator, they actually license it under the MIT license, meaning that anyone can actually look at the code, make changes to it. They can even like publish the exact Windows calculator, make no changes to it, and publish that and ask money for it even. So Microsoft has like fully open sourced the Windows calculator. But regardless of that, the calculator that we are building is not based on the Windows calculator. Like we're not using any of their code. The Windows calculator I think is built in C++, and the one we are building is built in JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. So therefore we are safe. We are just building a completely different calculator that happened to look like the Windows calculator essentially. But obviously it is heavily inspired by the Windows calculator. So therefore I am saying that it's inspired by it, and we have to thank the contributors to the original Windows calculator because they built quite an amazing calculator. If it wasn't for their great work, we wouldn't have had it. I wouldn't have been building one now as well. Ian says that I woke up half an hour ago to pop phone, haha. Way too late way late today. And Ian says, Sean son, yeah, son. Wow, that's crazy. I did not know. Yeah. Let's see if I can get him to play with some stuff here. There we go. So something interesting about my son is his name is Jason, like the JSON data language. And he's obviously named after JSON, the language. I'm sure Ian and Yadav here in the chat know about that. And his name is even spelled like that. So it's also spelled JSON, just like the language. Jason, what's your plan, man? Make a plan, make a plan. Have plan stand. Okay, he's gonna walk away now. That's his plan. Yeah, Jason? Wow. Wow. Yeah. He just started walking now. Yesterday was basically like the first official day where he's walking like on his own without any help from anyone. You want the phone? We have my wife's old Galaxy Fold 3. That's basically become his phone. Ian says Sean always checks things beforehand. He reads documentation and all the entire terms and conditions. I do indeed. One can never be too sure. You have to double check. But yeah, Microsoft has been pretty open like about the Windows calculator, and they don't like stop anyone from doing anything with it. You can do whatever you want, make any derivative work. You can't say it is the Windows calculator because you can't be using their trademark name. So I can't call mine the Windows calculator and then publish it on Steam. That won't be legal. But I am allowed to make a calculator that looks like the Windows calculator and works like the Windows calculator. There's nothing against that. Isn't most software based on someone else's software in any case? Same for games. Pretty much every game that releases today is based on a game before it. That's just how the system goes, in software and in game development. Nah. Yeah, Dove says, I don't think my wife would like me to name our kid Zamarin if I had one. I actually suggested Zamarin to my wife, but she didn't like it. I also suggested Zamel, but she also didn't like that. But she actually suggested Jason, and I loved it. So, yeah, we chose Jason. I also have a cat named Delphi, and a couple of other pets also named after programming related stuff. But I'm mentioning Delphi because Yadov in the chat um, also knows Delphi. So yeah, we have a cat named Delphi as well. Yeah, what did you find there? Jason is good though, yeah. Jason is perfect. And Jason wants to exit the room. Nope, he's turning back now. Can't make up his mind. Yeah, I shall be back. The AI prompts is anyway still busy going there. I suspect it might still be a while. But I'm sure some might have finished. Yeah, Dav is saying anyone else who vibe codes with hardstyle music? I can't say that I have ever. I don't personally like to code with music, to be honest. I used to, but I only like play videos or music while coding. It's not anything important. But once I have to actually focus, then I can't have any music playing. Let's see if he can make a team like it. Don't want to sit down? No? Hello, I am back. Let's have a chat here. Oh, the old girl surprises me every day. I thought Sean bullied her into naming him Jason. No, Jason was her idea, but it was the perfect idea. It was not a better idea that it could have been. Yeah, well. Agree. Claude Code or ChatGPT? I find Claude better at front end stuff. For me, I have not used them enough to be honest, like Claude Code. I'll be back. Testing. There we go. So what I was gonna say is that I haven't used Claude Code enough to be honest, but he doesn't want to be here. I'm gonna have to end the stream pretty shortly. But I haven't used Claude Code enough really, because Claude Code is quite expensive. I'm using GitHub Copilot, so I do have access to it. I'll come back later. Hello, okay, I have a bit of time now. So as I was saying, I am using GitHub Copilot, which comes with models from different providers. So you'll see here I have, oh, they actually removed a couple of providers. Could have sworn the list was bigger? I don't know. In any case, we have access to Claude Haiku, Claude Opus, Claude Sonnet, Gemini, GPT, Grok, and then Raptor Mini. So I have used Claude Code through this. Not physically Claude Code itself, but the Claude models I have used. But they are quite expensive. Like you can see here, Claude Opus 4.7 is 15 times. I can't actually use Claude Code itself, the app, because Claude Code doesn't work on Linux. There is no Linux version of it. So therefore, I can't use it. They do have the Claude Code like extension for VS Code, but you need a Claude subscription for that. So yeah, I don't use that, obviously. We do have some goals here in the vibe coding goals MD file. And so we do plan to eventually get Claude Code as well as OpenAI codecs. But yeah, currently we only have GitHub Copilot. Okay, let's quickly go through these prompts that I've made. So it looks like the Germany and South Africa one is done. So let's then test it. So I don't see it. Might need to refresh. South Africa, there we go. Okay, I don't like that. That doesn't look very South African. Yeah, that's a terrible South African theme, I must say. Germany. Yeah, the Germany one is just as bad. I don't like this. I'm gonna downvote that one, and we'll need to improve it. Okay, currency prompt is still busy going. The GitHub issue prompt seems to is still busy going technically. Calculator one, yeah, all these prompts are still busy thinking. The scroll bar one is done. I'll read that a bit later. I need to end the stream. I'll just check the QR code generator one. This one's also still going, yeah. So it might still be a while for these ones finish. So I think I might end the stream here, and then we'll continue most likely tonight. Then we can catch up and see how far these ones did throughout the night, or throughout the next few hours. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye bye. See you whenever I see you. And hopefully the internet is also better tonight, because it was quite terrible this entire stream.